Police now have to answer whether the brothers were linked to an extremist group headed by Russia's most wanted man, the Chechen Islamist militant Dugo Umarov. The suspect's family claim they have been under FBI surveillance for the past 5 years and refuse to believe the young men carried out the atrocity. RT travelled to the North Caucasus, where the brothers' parents now live, to learn more about their background.
Tamerlan Tsarnaev, an amateur boxer who dreamt of representing his adopted country, the United States. He claimed to have no American friends, but married a local woman, Catherine, and they shared a daughter. By contrast, his younger brother, Jahar, appeared well-adjusted, popular in high school, and even won a college scholarship. Yet suddenly they were revealed as the main suspects in the Boston Marathon bombings. Their father was the first to step up to claim his two boys were set up.
I'm confident in my children's innocence. I'm not sure what happened there, only God knows. No one in the household ever owned any weapons. I think my children may have been framed.
Their mother, Zubidat, shared her biggest suspicion, telling RT that her family was under constant FBI surveillance, raising the question why her sons were not stopped if they were supposedly planning terrorism.
In our house, nobody talked about the terrorism, and my son, Tamerlan, got involved in the religion 5 years ago. He was controlled by FBI like for 5 years. They knew what my son was doing. They knew what actions and what the sites on internet he was going. How could this happen? How could they? They were controlling every step of him. Never, ever. This is not true. My two sons are innocent.
Ethnically Chechen, the Tsarnaev family first moved from Kyrgyzstan to Dagestan, a republic in Russia's North Caucasus. This is the house where the brothers' parents live, but now there is no one here. The Tsarnaev family are avoiding any contact with the media. Neighbors here are in deep shock at the news and disbelief that any of this happening to the Tsarnaev family.
I know the brothers very well from their childhood. We used to live in Chechnya together. I was their neighbor. Then we moved here. I know they couldn't have carried out the attack, and they couldn't have been involved in it. They spent most of their lives in the US, studied there, worked there. They didn't have any links with Wahhabists and other militants.
The youngest brother, Jahar, on his page at the social network Vkontakte mentioned this school number 1 in Makhachkala among those places where he used to study. However, here, very few people remember the Tsarnaev's brothers.
The family came to Dagestan in September 2001. The boys were enrolled at our school, then they apparently managed to get papers to leave Dagestan. They left in less than a year, they didn't spend a long time here, and they didn't grow up here.
In search of a new life and new ambitions. Indeed, after a decade in the US, Jahar became an American citizen last year. But in that time, something or someone made the Tsarnaev brothers seemingly turn against the nation, which gave them asylum and in which they spent the most significant part of their lives. Madina Kochno, RT, reporting from Russia's Dagestan Republic.